Right, Shalom. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 10, and it reads, "And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am the fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Worship Yahweh power, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy." First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakah Kodash, which is the name of the Heavenly Father, in the ancient Paleo Hebrew tongue, or the ancient Hebrew Hiero language, right? Which originally was more a kind of pictographic form of language, of speaking, right? And now one now said is the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly call God and Jesus. Double honors to our teachers, elders and apostles of Great Millstone, all the other brothers who pushing and teaching also. Right, this is the brother Tazoa from the Trinidad GMS camp, coming back to do another edification. And really and truly what we're going to be dealing with is that the spirit of prophecy, right, the beast and their mark, right. Now, the prophets of the Most High always used to come prophesying against some great kingdom, right, or some form of a beast-like structure, and the beast symbolizing evil, wickedness, evilness, unrighteousness ruling. So prophets used to always come and prophesy against kingdoms who bringing forth such unrighteous dwellings for the people to live in, and it is be unacceptable to the Most High. So what the Most High does do? Rise up his prophets to come and proclaim the downfall of such kingdoms, because the Most High is not the Most High. The Most High don't like how these kingdoms ruling. The Most High don't like how the heathens ruling, but the Most High set up these kingdoms, right, for for the chastening of Israel. Right, this is book of Jeremiah chapter 28 verse 8 and 9. I hear what it says here. Jeremiah chapter 28 verse 8 and 9. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, which is what we're doing here at Great Millstone. It have other Israelite groups who also doing it, but mainly the men and them who breaking on the prophecies and them accurately and telling you what is the beast system and structure, what is the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. There's only the men here at Great Millstone doing that, and a few others, right? So the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. And this is exactly what's going on the face of the earth right now. America, which is the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, NATO and the EU is the beast, and the countries and them, part clay, part iron, the strong countries and them, and the not so strong ones, the weak ones, they are great kingdoms, right? And the only pushing war and the only promoting evilness, LGBTQ nonsense, right? The twisting the moral and values of households, the pushing forth unrighteousness and the teaching households, and therefore when you look left, right and center, all you could see is just people with a set of twisted values, unrighteous values, evil values, and of pestilence. Because what? Sin does bring forth death, and the Most High releasing pestilences on the face of the earth like never before, right? All kind of different viral diseases, right? Mankind body just giving up. The life you live in on earth here, the people and them who don't want to come out as looking at it for what it is, They're living in a bubble, they're living in a dream, because the minute you open up your eyes to see what really is the situation you're in, you'll cry out to God, which is the proper mindset to be in. Cry out to the Most High, and He will deliver you, He will enlighten you, He will show you that, He have a plan to deliver you. Right? Verse 9, the prophet which prophesy of peace, which is Christianity, and all them different false prophets and them, all them want to talk about is peace, but the Most High say what? A time and place for everything under the sun. Now is not the time for peace. Now is the time for the Most High to bring His great judgment, and war is about to happen. So starting back from verse 9 again, the prophets which prophesied of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, had truly sent him. So you see, when it is people realize it come down to the crunch time and World War III start and nuclear missiles and things start to be shut off all over the earth, it go be too late. But it's then they would know that the men at Great Millstone and whosoever in that same spirit was really talking the truth. All for now, you could still they could still use these kind of statements here. But the time going to come when the Most High going to cause that prophecy to cease. Right? So here what I say here. Right? 2 Peter. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 4. And saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continued as they were from the beginning of time. You see them kind of saying, it have many people saying them kind of thing, no, World War III not going to happen, the nuclear missiles and them not going to be used. Well, all you don't know what you're saying. And all you're in the spiritual era, whether all you want to accept it or not. Right? A fool passed when we was doing the works a couple of weeks back. Right? And what you say what? The war is a spiritual war, not a physical war. But what spirits does deal with? Spirits not dealing with human beings, people. All of the simple-minded people, the Most High going to destroy earlier for the lack of knowledge. And really and truly, all the distasteful in the Most High mouth. When the Most High look down on Israel and see the kind of desensitized, effeminate men it have, the Most High does be very displeased. Thus said the scriptures. Right? So we're going back to we're going back to Revelation chapter 19. Right? So we're going back from it up again. Because we dealing with the spirit that it should be in, the spirit of prophecy. Why is some in these prophecies that coming to pass right now on the face of the earth? Right? The mark of the beast, Sweden gone cashless. Right? Down in China and many other countries, people taking the mark of the beast, which is the microchip. Right? As a matter of fact, let me go to that. Revelation chapter 13. Revelation chapter 13 verse 9 and 10. And here's what it says here. If any man had an ear, let him hear. Right? No. My bad. It's 16 and 17. My bad. 16 and 17 I'm looking for. Right? And he caused both all small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, saving that he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Right? So, really and truly, that is the ultimate plan, or men and them, the elite, the world elite banking family, that is the ultimate plan. They want to put a chip in everybody as a stamp of imprintment, of a mark of servitude. And what the Most High say going to happen to you if you receive that mark? Hear what the Most High say. Revelation chapter 14 verse 19. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in your right hand, basically anywhere on your body, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh power, which is poured out without mixture into a cup of his indignation, and shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and of the Lamb. Right? So, that is the judgment for receiving the mark of the beast. So, once again, I hope this was edificational. Until next time, Awat Lababal, Kwame Ashurala, Death to Babylon.